everyone, this is DinoSasha here, and welcome back to another review. And today we're gonna take a look at the figure. It is the CollectA 2020 Malayan Tapir. Now, Malayan Tapir, also called Asian Tapir, Asiatic Tapir, Oriental Tapir, Indian Tapir, Piebald Tapir, or Black and White Tapir, is the only living tapir species outside of the Americas. It is native to Southeast Asia, from the Malay Peninsula to Sumatra. It has been listed as endangered on the IUCN Red List since 2008, as the population is estimated comprised of fewer than 2,500 mature individuals. The scientific name, Tapir indicus, was proposed at the Musulgoten Durmestist in 1819, who referred as a tapir described as a pyramidradiard. Tapir indicus brevinensis was coined as a Dutch zoologist, and most of it come from any known specific specimens. Malayan tapir can grow up to 1.8 to 2.5 meters, 5 feet to 11 inches to 8 feet in length. Not countably of the stub tail is about 5 to 10 centimeters in length, and the height was about 90 to 110 centimeters tall, and weighed about 250 to 320 kilograms. They are the largest species of tapirs to ever live on the planet. Unlike most other tapirs, like Bari, a South American, and any other that live in South America, this one's the only one that lives in Asia. It is a herbivore that might prove that became its main prey to the predators like tigers and leopards. Now let's take a look at this particular creature for a sculpt. It is a great representation of this tapir. It looks phenomenal, and I must say, this is exactly the greatest sculpt. I mean, tapirs are endangered because I know there are some other species that they might proving it. Since females are usually larger than a male, because it's the only one to be a female larger than a male. Well, since predators are usually come from tigers and leopards, even those as well, I think the sculptation of this animal looks fantastic. And yes, it's just to resemble a actual tapir. Well, unlike most other tapirs like South American tapir, mountain tapir, and Baird's tapir, which the only 2 or 3 of them live in South America, this one lives in Asia, and that's pretty much it. And I think that the pose is actually similar to those of a Baird's tapir, because Baird's tapir has the same pose as this one, the Malayan tapir. It is a great pose on the animal, so it makes sense because these creatures are very unusual, but I think that's the pose is similar, but that's alright. And the details is also great, with a little bit of smoothing because it's just a pretty good looking. And I think that is a pretty representation of this animal, which it's a pretty good one to be the least. But for now, I think that one is a pretty good to be the least. And let's take a look at the color scheme. Like the actual Malayan tapir, it has black and white colors along with its brown hooves, and it is actually a Perissodactylia, which means they're related to horses and rhinos. And I think that the head is similar to those of tapirs, and it looks phenomenal. It is a pretty good to look at. It's a very good looking animal. But some believe it is resembled those of an elephant. But guess what? You are wrong about it. Since Malayan tapirs can actually do something that most people cannot. They can erect their genitalia. And when you take a look, it has genitalia, meaning it's a male, because it is a male tapir, and I'm thinking this one is a perfect specimen. And I believe so that the tapir is actually a male, so everyone knows it's still a great animal. Well, let's take a look at the ruler and let's give this tapir a measure. Terms from a length from the tip of the butt cheeks and to the tip of the tail, or tip of the hip even, we're looking at about 8 centimeters, 8.2 centimeters, and the extending ones is gonna be like a literal 3.5 centimeters, and the height on top of the back, we're looking at about 2.4 inches, and which is only at about close to 5 centimeters. Now for comparison, I'm gonna bring up some other Malayan tapirs. And here with the other Malayan tapirs, with the Schleich 2022 female tapir, and it's her young. I think this is an extension of the Malayan tapir family, with this one being the older male, with the mother being a younger female. And this one is gonna be their calf. I must say, that is a perfect examination of the Malayan tapir family. So, never reviewed, but I'll do that later. And the rating of this Papa tapir, and I'm gonna give it a solid 9.5 out of 10. Well, the pose looks similar, but it's still a great animal, to be the least. But believe it or not, most tapirs are all in danger because of its loss of habitat, but we must protect the tapirs from extinction. And if you want to see these magnificent creatures, or tapirs themselves, let me know in the comments is what you think about them. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you'll never miss the video. And leave a comment below, and I'll see you for another review about the CollectA 2020 Black Leopard. Goodbye everyone, and see you next time.